Hello, my name is Russell Myers. Welcome to Issues Unite. So, yesterday, the same day that we heard about the peace agreement between Ukraine and Russia, later in the day, it was announced that Saudi Arabia and Yemen have announced a ceasefire. It was originally going to be a 3-day ceasefire, and this was actually suggested, and negotiated by Yemen after successful attacks on Saudi oil production facilities. Anyway, but now they have decided that they are going to make it permanent. Hopefully, this is going to stay in place. Yemen, which has been suffering through what has been portrayed as the worst humanitarian crisis in modern times. While this has been going on, the United States government has been aiding and abetting the Saudis to inflict this crisis, arming the Saudis, funding the Saudis by buying oil, sending them weapons. U.S. troops are in Saudi Arabia. And here we are. They have negotiated a ceasefire. So, the thing to notice about the Ukraine issue and the Yemeni issue is that the United States government has no part in the peace process. In each case, the United States has been arming and funding one side of each equation. So this should show you just what our government really stands for. So this is going to be good news for the world and bad news for U.S. arms manufacturers. The United States is the largest exporter of weapons in world history, period. So the weapons manufacturers are going to be unhappy. I would not be surprised if we see any red flag events in either case. It would not surprise me at all, so be alert to it. Hopefully, all the governments involved are also ready for it and will compensate for it and move past any of it. So, any of that, it will probably be fairly limited in scale because it has to be covert. Anyway, this is all very good news. And then also, Russia has formally announced, if you see my video, of two worlds, titled A Tale of Two Worlds, which I will link to at the end of this video. I said that we're going to wind up with two different major economic systems to prevent countries from falling, under the control of the United States, removing countries from the SWIFT system, seizing assets and things like that. Well, now this has been this has been coming. And the CIPS from Russia and China, the cross-border interbank payment system. They've been forming this for a while, but this is going to just, light it off like a rocket. So these are good things. Oh, with the Yemen ceasefire, this also has major implications with all the claims against Iran. That they've been saying that Iran has been arming the Houthi rebels, and Iran has been denying this. So that brings an end to that. As Iraq becomes more stable, as Syria becomes more stable, there's Saudi-Yemen ceasefire, then all of these claims start falling into the dust. So, there's the alleged continuation or agreement on the JCPOA, which the United States had withdrawn from under Trump. And so now that looks like it may be completed finally after 7 years, I think. Meanwhile, Iran continues to trade with China and Russia and several other countries. Many countries have been bypassing the American-led sanctions on Russia. So we're coming into a new balance of power here. And this is all very good news, because if you look at what has been happening for the last 30 years with a unipolar world, and we've been seeing more conflict under U.S. hegemony across the planet, that hegemony is falling apart. And this is the best news that we can get. It means that we as a nation are going to have to start dealing with other nations as equals. The dollar is falling on the international market. Yesterday, I heard that it had fallen by 1% within days. It's been falling. You're not going to hear this on mainstream media, but the dollar is falling in relation to other currencies. The petrodollar system is falling apart. Saudi Arabia is talking to China about selling oil in yuan. Russia is demanding payment for oil from adversarial countries in rubles. And they're not going to have much of a choice. They can either pay in rubles or they can pay 3 times as much in dollars. That's all there is to it. And even if they pay in dollars, if you eliminate Russia from the supply chain for fossil fuels, then is there going to be enough? Many experts are saying that the Russian supply cannot be replaced. So it's going to be a matter of necessity. All right. These are good news. These are all good news. We're coming to a time of peace. across the planet. Not completely, but we're getting there. As long as in every case that this happens. Remember, a few years ago, North Korea and South Korea were having peace negotiations until the United States stepped in. John Bolton and, but as far as I know, they're still holding talks. I'm not sure, but they were. And they obviously haven't come to any major agreements as yet, but hopefully they're still talking. As it is, there's no active, armed conflict going on there. So let's all cheer for all of this. Share this video. Talk about these subjects. If you can, please donate $1 a month to help expand the channel. And I will catch you in the next one. Oh, that major announcement of mine is going to come this weekend. I came to that decision. It's just the best timing. For one thing, by this weekend, I will be out of Facebook jail, and I'll be able to announce it there. So I want to be able to announce it across all platforms at once. And I finally got the stuff in the background put together, and it's all ready to go. So I will catch you in the next video. I hope you have a good day.